Hello? Okay. So this is actually my first analysis from the holiday that I've went on. It's the week commencing 18th, Monday. So let's start with economic calendar first because there is some things to look at and some not to. Monday, Tuesday, there isn't anything basically. 12:30 high impact building permits isn't that much of a significant event that I normally look out for, so we're all clear there on the 2 days. But prior, sorry, I mean not prior, but in the later part of the week, so mid part of the week, I guess. So Wednesday, you got these big news events here. So Fed interest, FOMC Fed press conference. These normally, I've noticed, they normally cause the accumulation phase before them. So when I say before, that could be a day before. That could also be session before. So New York and London would like correct basically sideways. They wouldn't actually have any interest going into any deeper retracements or any deeper levels of premium or discount. So these tend to stagnate price because they're trying to create that accumulation phase, trying to get everyone trapped. Everyone's trying to just make their best guess as to where it's going to go. And then when they release the news, that's the manipulation normally of the week. That's what I'm thinking this might actually be. This is the weekly, analytically speaking, this can be the weekly manipulation, and that they can use to then pair up the trades they need to pair up in the correct direction, which in my higher time frame analysis, I think is risk on. Risk on. Okay, so euro higher, and then Thursday again we have some high impact news here. You can see here, and then Friday is just nothing basically. So that's where we stand with the news. Now with the price action itself, let's go with the weekly first. Yes, so on the weekly chart, on the weekly chart, first of all, I was looking at this fair value gap on the weekly as a support, as a probable support. If you were to go into the higher levels here, previous weekly high, and ultimately the monthly high, they should act as a support. Which obviously means I'm looking for a move lower here into this fair value gap, this area in both of these instruments. But to do that, again, this point is important on both as a support basically, or resistance, I guess, in this case. But obviously, with it being a manipulated week, I wouldn't expect that to happen straight away. If anything, I'd expect that to happen either on Wednesday, like the manipulation phase at least. So it's mostly like there's no long-term bias I can hold for now. I'm 50-50. I'm kind of observing. Any trades I take are just intraday. No expectations. 80% taken off straight away because the big manipulation is ahead of us now. Yes, that's the big manipulation of the week, for the record. I'm talking about. If I just draw some levels in, again, not too much color, but so far for Monday, as we know, it's like a sentiment building day mostly. I think for Monday, at least for today, we're just gonna keep pushing higher into these premium deeper levels. So the hourly and the daily levels here, just gonna keep going higher. So it's just easier to take trades in that direction instead of expecting anything big to happen, like a reversal, which I don't think we will see today. And just take 80% profits inside of this area here. And then maybe I think later on in the week, and this is extremely speculative at this stage, because the news isn't out yet. Okay, but I think that they will actually want to sink that lower on the weekly. So previous weekly low slash weekly fair value gap, this area I think is the one where they can gain the liquidity needed to be able to go up here. So that's obviously just an analytical point at the moment. But I think we would have a better idea after Wednesday once it just kind of loosens up a little bit. And then we can see things a little bit more clearly than they are right now. For today, again, I'm interested in this area here, this SIBI slash BISI. Previous daily low there as well. We already taken the high, so this is obviously showing strength. Note there's an SMT here. DXY taking high, EU not taking low. So that just shows you some asymmetry as well. So this is literally just engineered, manipulated price action here into this. We'll just quickly go on the pound. It's literally just going to be the same, to be honest. Risk on again, obviously. You can look at this level as a potential draw, counterparty wise. Again, it's actually the same area here, the weekly fair value gap. You got an order block here on the weekly as well. Again, that's where the bulk of the manipulation will use the liquidity needed to go up, I think. But for today, again, for pound, I'd be looking at this previous daily high as the first primary target, and maybe this if we're lucky. You can see this is just sideways at the moment, so there is movement to be expected on the cable and the fiber. In terms of strength, it's the euro leading at the moment, as you can see from the market open, so that's what you need to look out for. And yeah, I think if there's a easy long opportunity in New York that I see in today's New York session, then I can take that. I'd rather it not trade too high before New York and just, it's taken the high and just kind of chill here for New York. And then we can just take it long. If it goes too much and just crosses the 50%, then, I would most likely have to not trade that because it's just, it's already covered the drawn liquidity I had in mind. So yeah, nothing big. Wait for Wednesday's weekly manipulation, and then that's when we can have our swing trade placed. If you can find obviously a good spot for it, obviously with a large enough stop loss at a logical level. That's for the swing, but before that we can't really have any swing trades on. It's just, and yeah, we'll go from there. We'll do a review afterwards at the end of the week.